Warning! The following show may contain material that some viewers find to be shit. Sorry about that. For everyone else though, here's Jesus!
Hello and welcome to another divine edition of Offworld Cookery with me, Jesus Christ.
Idiot.
This week I'll be cooking some sort of peasant lamb stew. We're also going to have some Roman salmon-y fishy thing and some sort of dessert.
Perhaps he'll get some help from his great best friends too.
And I'll be helped by these dicks.
Indeed, and the first job for the dicks was fire. With the fire constructed, Chico proved the age-old saying to be true. It's not what you know, but who you know that counts.
Please, Dad, give us a hand. Light the fire. Yeah.
And with the fire now blazing, it was time for a quick miracle.
The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. Power of Christ compels you.
Fuck loaves and fishes, and David Copperfield. This was the only true miracle worth attempting.
God bless.
And so Chico prepared today's main, to a super cool sound trend more befitting of a Facebook advert.
So here we are. I'm gonna start making our lamb, date, fig and honey stew. First things first, I just want to get the onions chopped up. So
Not to the sound of that shit. Better.
now for the lamb.
Added in bulk, like Val Kilmer. Next to join in were dates, a popular friend of Christ, along with diced figs well fingered, followed by garlic, smashed like my career aspirations, plus pine nuts, olive oil, and the ancient off-world essential.
Some wine to go in now. Don't be fucking shy with the old winey-o.
Especially when adding it to yourself. What the fuck did the middle one come as?
Now for God's own honey.
And with a splash of water, the dish was mixed with a traditional Roman cock spoon. Left to hygienically fester, the friends found time to enjoy another obviously religious activity.
I'm going to paint some Easter eggs.
Of course, painting eggs. The Jesus connection is immediate. I wonder what masterpieces these three disciples will come up with. Collected and cherished in the way of the countryside. Eggs wasted, it was time to check the stew.
See how the old lammy's doing.
Well, it's out of focusy for a start. However, after more heat, the pot was later put aside to rest, and Paul began his starter. Today Paul was ruining some kind of fish thing covered in wine.
These are raisins that have been soaked in wine.
That's right, more wine. Then what, idiot?
Olive oil.
The fucking simpleton then added coriander and put his sauce on to boil, whilst cremating the fuck out of salmon. Hey, Mr. Confident Face, do you think it'll taste nice?
I'm hoping so. It could go either way. I don't know what I'm doing, really.
Encouraging. Paul then added corn flour and water to thicken his sauce, without being at all weird. With the sauce thickened, Alessandro thickened himself. And thanks to the uncontrollable heat, the starter was immediately ready. Salmon in Alexandrine sauce. A real thing according to some dick on the internet. Had a fish ever looked more at home? Had a face evermore said delicious. Had a face evermore said gym membership. Yet amid such a tranquil ambience, surely even average flavours would be lifted.
It's like some sort of substitute child-safe glue.
Well, not entirely positive.
It tastes a little bit like leather on the bottom of a church floor.
Turned out though, one man rather enjoyed glue and leather.
That's fucking good.
No. Soon though, shots of walls and puddles would lead to another After Effects miracle. The burning bush. What heavenly advice do you hold for us? Smoke weed every day.
Praise the Lord!
One unsmokable joint later, the men returned to the pot, where they happily discovered today's main course was ready.
Right, well the lamb's ready, so it's just time to dish that shit up. Let's have a look.
Lamb stew with figs and dates in a honey and red wine sauce. Slopped out like the films of Jason Statham. A brown, gloopy dish that despite its appearance could only be described as
Delicious, this
delicious. Even with wig hair. Tasty as it was though, sadly second helpings were restricted, thanks to good old-fashioned British engineering. Oh well, time for overdramatic pudding.
I'm making the fruits and the nuts for Jesus.
Wow!
Now for some honey.
As the honey was tagged in, Chico blessed actual church wine, as though that would improve things. Having checked the wine for defects, Alessandro felt it was safe to add to the pan, and gradually, the Moses muesli began to take shape. Nuts, wine, honey, and...
A couple of chocolate bars.
what?
Now for the finishing touches of our Moses muesli. Bit of rum.
With less preparation than his costume, Alessandro's weird fucking chocolatey alcoholic nut mess was, for want of a better word, ready. I said it was ready.
Right, ready to eat, I think.
But how?
If you would, is it? Thanks.
That's right, straight out of Paul's genuine Roman army breastplates. Go on, dig into Paul's breast nuts. With so many dudes gathered about his exposing bosom, Paul's inner man-dragon was doing cartwheels, and thanks to the excitement, or alcohol content of the dish, the trio of cum puddles seemed to enjoy their pudding.
Pretty good.
Bloody good.
Bloody good. An obvious lie. In fact, it was more like this. And we all know what happens to liars. Crucified on his homemade collapsible cross, and severely manhandled too.
Boo! You absolute bastard! Sorry.
And so thine, thee, thy, thus. Here endeth another really shitty episode of Offworld Cookery. I wonder what kind of basic fade-out effect will happen this time. Ha! Stick that up your Christ hole and fuck yourself. Amen.